If she is thinking of you sexually, she will. Signs a woman is thinking of you sexually. Leave a like on the video, my love, and if you are new to the channel, subscribe to receive new advice. Do this to help the channel continue to grow. Leaving a like is all I ask as a gift. What do women want? It's a question that has been asked for centuries, and men are still trying to find the answer. Now, women themselves don't even know what they want sometimes, and that's why it can get frustrating so incredibly easily. It can be incredibly difficult to decipher the mixed emotions and feelings that a woman can display when it comes to whether she wants to date you or not. So, guys, don't get stressed out if you don't know the answer yourself. It would be a lot easier for everyone if a woman just stood up and said, "Hi, this is what I want, and this is what I want from you." Do you think you could do that? Nice and straightforward, no mixed signals. But, of course, nothing is ever easy in life, and some of the best things are not easy for you to achieve. So, guys, we've done some research and figured out some ways that a woman subconsciously lets you know that she's into you without having to use her words. This means that you can look out for the signs and know what she is thinking about so that you can act accordingly. So, without further ado, let's dive straight into today's video. Like and subscribe. Music. The compliments. A woman will go out of her way to compliment you on anything and everything, from the way that you are dressed to your personality traits that she finds attractive, as a way to drop hints that she's interested in you and is waiting for you to make the next move. Over the years, we've been conditioned to believe that the easiest way to let someone know how you feel is to compliment them on something that will instantly make them smile. So then, they associate a smile and that burst of happiness with you, and what you have complimented them on will stick. For instance, if you tell a guy that you love his hairstyle and it makes him smile, the next time he has his hair styled that way and looks in the mirror, or someone else compliments him on it, he will think back to your compliment and smile again. It's very psychological, and the way our brains can work is fascinating to all of us. The appearance. One of the easiest ways to express yourself and your emotions is through the clothes that you wear. We are taught from a young age to dress comfortably and to use clothes that we own to express our identity and personality. This is taken into consideration when a woman is interested in you sexually, and when she wants you to know. So, for instance, the stereotype is that women will wear short skirts and low-cut tops to reveal more skin to their love interest, which inadvertently helps him to visualize her in a more sexual way. Your reaction to these visualizations will let her know if you feel the same way or not. However, some women may choose to dress sexier without revealing more skin, as they feel more comfortable in certain clothes. As an example, this would be a tight dress, the little black dress as a lot of people call it. It doesn't necessarily mean that they have to show skin, but the material of the dress and the way that it hugs a woman's body allows her to display her curves and edges for her love interest to see without stepping out of her comfort zone. Now, lingerie is also a huge part of showing someone that you are interested in them sexually, and a lot of women enjoy shopping and wearing sexy lingerie for their partner, as it makes them feel confident in themselves, but also adds a little bit of sexy spice to the relationship. So, the next time you get to a certain stage with a woman, and you notice that she is wearing a matching lace lingerie set, just know that it was her idea for her to get this far with you, and she, of course, likes you very much. Talking. If you notice a girl starts to talk to you or text you more often, and the messages get longer, the conversations get deeper, and so on, then that is a great sign that she's interested in you and is starting to think about you sexually. She's trying to make that emotional connection with you so that she can go on to the next stage of sexual contact. Eye contact. Have you ever been in a conversation with a group of people, talking about something that you are really interested in, and then you look up, and almost everyone around you is either talking to someone else or just not paying attention? This is not a vibe. When someone makes eye contact with you, they are subconsciously letting you know that they are listening to what you are saying, and you have the undivided attention of that person. So, saying the eyes are the window to the soul is very true, especially when it comes to making eye contact with someone that you are attracted to. It's a way in which you can let them know that you are interested in them without having to wear your heart on your sleeve or even use your words. So, the next time you are in a conversation with a woman, and she stares intently into your eyes, just know that she is listening to you, she is fully engaged in that conversation, and you have her undivided attention, and she also is insanely attracted to you and wants you to know. Fidgeting. If a woman is always fidgeting when she is around you, maybe she's picking at her fingers and her nails or the hem of her jumper, well, this is a clear indication she's a little bit nervous around you. She is still trying to remain in that conversation without making a fool of herself, so the fidgeting calms her down. She doesn't want to come across as strange or nervous because she wants to remain cool and collected, and this is a form of self-soothing. So, she's hoping she's making a good impression so that you like her. Now, when we are nervous, our brain starts to process more than one conversation at a time, and this is when people get overwhelmed. So, by fidgeting and focusing on one thing, for example, picking at their nails, it allows their brain to drown out all of that overthinking and to focus on the task at hand until they can regulate their emotions again. Now, women often feel nervous around men they like because they want to give a good impression and also leave a little bit of mystery, which is incredibly difficult to do if you are fighting with your brain at the very same time. So, guys, if you notice a woman is fidgeting or playing with her clothes whilst engaging in a conversation with you, well, it means that you make her a little bit nervous, which is a good thing. Her time, a woman who is sexually attracted to you will do everything that she can to try and spend as much time with you as possible without overstepping a boundary and coming across as needy. She will ask you when you are free in ways like, "Hey, what are your plans today?" Or something like, "I'm bored, what are you doing?" She's gonna try and gauge what plans you have in place and then try to make plans with you, and something as boring as running errands would be exciting to her because all she wants to do is spend time with you. Maybe just laying in bed and scrolling through social media, she would be pretty happy to just lay beside you and just be in your presence. Asking to spend time with you without asking you on an official date is a girl's way of spending time with you without that fear of being rejected. Sometimes, a date can have that pressure around it, whereas just simply hanging out and running errands has little to no pressure associated with it. So, have you ever looked at a woman and instantly felt that sexual attraction to her but didn't actually know if she felt the same way to you at all? Hopefully, after today's video, you can spot the signs so that you know when something is occurring and feel better knowing that she does feel the same way. So, make sure you keep an eye out for these signs from today's video. As we all know, it's very rare for a woman to tell you straight up that she wants you. Some women may be like that, of course. Nobody wants to be rejected, so protecting your feelings and your heart is completely normal, which is why women are not always pretty direct. Now, it's important to know and understand that for a lot of women, there has to be some form of emotional involvement for them to feel a sexual attraction to you. Now, don't get me wrong, there is a feeling of lust, they think you look sexy and like what they see, but for a lot of women, they need to pursue these sexual feelings over a time frame. They have to have an emotional connection with you first. This is why little things like holding hands and spending quality time together so she can trust you are big deals for her. You'll never understand how happy she will be just to have skin-on-skin contact, as simple as holding her hand. If you've made it this far, my love, comment below with the word 100% or something else to let me know, to confirm that you've received the knowledge from the video so far. For more interesting topics, subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video and share it later. Let's continue. 9 signs it's time to make a move / she wants you to kiss her. Psychology and body language of women. There's nothing worse than making a move on someone to find out, oh man, they weren't really interested in the first place, and that you have completely overjudged their behavior. Or not actually making a move to begin with because you didn't actually think they liked you. Which one is worse? I'm pretty sure they're both at the same level of just, oh my gosh, why did I do that? So stick around to the end of the video because you are going to learn many tips about how to identify if it's a safe time for you to make the next move. My name's Pamela Raquel, and I'm absolutely freezing right now. Roll the video. Her body language is relaxed and very open. If it doesn't look as though she's sitting awkwardly or standing awkwardly, for example, she doesn't have her arms crossed like this, her legs crossed, or she really is showing this shoulder area towards you, then it means she's comfortable, and that's a good thing. If she is sitting or standing next to you as if her friend would, then this is great news. If girls do not feel comfortable, they will, in a sense, shield themselves away from you by using their body. She leans in towards you when you are talking. Picture having a conversation with one of your best friends. Naturally, you guys are going to move towards each other and move further away, and you're not going to be mindful of this behavior because you're so comfortable. Now, if a lady is interested in you, naturally she's going to lean towards you. So if she does this, it means she's comfortable enough for you to make the next move. Her smile and her laughter are actually genuine. You need to be looking and judging, analyzing how she's smiling and laughing. Now it's very easy to notice if she's actually smiling with her eyes. So if she's very happy and not faking it, you will see those little tiny eye creases, those wrinkles about here. That's natural. It means she's using lots of her facial muscles. And if her cheekbones raise up like this when she, well, probably not exactly like this, but when they raise up, it means she generally is laughing. And this is a good sign that she is interested in having an amazing time. Now, remember, she is going to be doing some of the hard work for you. She will be overcompensating on your jokes and laughing more than usual in a way to let you know that she's feeling super comfortable so that you guys can go to the next stage. She touches you. We all know that touching someone is a boundary breaker, and we just don't do it. So if you do that too much or too often, it can come across pretty creepy. So judge, is she touching you? For example, if she swats a fly on your forearm, well, this really is not a sign of attraction. But if she does touch your arm when she's asking you a question, or she touches you and she just moves past you in the corridor, these are amazing signs. Now, you have to analyze whether this bit of touching was necessary for the action. For example, did she have to elbow you slightly to get your attention to ask you if you would like a drink from the staff room because you had your headset on and you were talking to a customer? If so, well, it's not a sign of attraction. But if you guys are talking face to face and she touches you on the arm to ask you a question or to ask to get something for you, well, baby, this is a sign of attraction. It's her physical touching and breaking of this personal boundary. It's her basically saying, hey, I'm interested. I'm testing out this physical interaction. Please don't file an HR concern. I just want to see if you are attracted to me. And when she does touch you, I'm not talking about anything woo-woo here. I'm just saying that you will feel that electricity from her when she's close by, and in those moments when she actually touches you, at that time, the neurons will light up in your brain, and you will quite literally feel like a Christmas tree. When she does touch you, and if you notice this, well, it's a very good sign. If, however, you are doubting if she has accidentally touched you, for example, maybe she had to put her hands out to brush past you once you were both in a tight squeeze in the stationery closet. So the best thing to do is to let her do it again. If she doesn't feel that you are put off by her touching you, she will keep trying to do it more to entice you, providing she thinks that you are a little bit interested because otherwise it's creepy on her behalf. So when she does touch you, and you aren't too sure if it was a flirty thing or not, don't make a thing of it. Just pass it off gently and wait for her to do it again, and then you will know. She responds well to you touching her. With all this touching, let's talk about how she responds to your touch. Let's pretend that she has started doing the touching, and you want to go in and tap her on the shoulder and ask her for a cup of tea or coffee. To understand if you can make the next move is how she responds to your touch. Does she pull away slightly afterwards? It'll be very minimal if she does because she won't want to cause a scene as if she's trying to maintain a distance between you both. Or is she trying to get closer to let you know that she's overcompensatingly, I think that's a word, trying to break that physical boundary and saying, hey buddy, it's okay, touch me, I like it. Now, there's something that I have to say, and guys, I really want you to remember this if anything from the video, remember what I'm about to tell you. And that is, in the back of a girl's head, we are very aware of how women can be mistreated by guys. So what I mean by that is we are very conscious that we don't lead a guy on, and we are very conscious to shut down any unwanted attention because let's face it, we are in a society where bad things do happen, and I know you know what I'm going on about here, the whole #MeToo movement, this is what I'm referring to. So she will make it very obvious if she is comfortable or if she is not. A very easy sign is if you happen to be standing next to each other, you might notice she adjusts her clothes and she possibly puts a handbag on the other side that she's shielding herself from you. It's subtle, but please remember, girls will definitely overcompensate if they like you or not based on that touching. She has excited and bubbly behavior. If you are both in a scenario where the next move is going to be, well, the first kiss, you need to be listening up because this will happen if she has been daydreaming about kissing you for a while. And that will come to play in how she acts with you. For example, if she feels she's in a perfect situation where that first kiss can happen, she'll be a little bit giddy and a bit excited, thinking about it, and that's when you can think, you know what? This is a good time for me to actually unleash the move and give her that nice big kiss that she has been dreaming about all day. She gives you the sultry eyes. Now, guys, you know what I mean by saying this. It's a type of look that a girl gives you when she's interested. It's not that typical look that a manager gives you if she's giving you a one-to-one in the staff room because, I don't know, you've broken the printer again. It's something a little bit different. It's a gaze that when teamed up with chemistry, and it's hard for me to describe, but I know that you know what this means. And if she has been giving you this look for a while, and then greeting this with a nice inviting smile, well, it's time to make the next move. Let's talk about moves, which isn't going to be the first kiss, and this is going to be the first date, the first bit of communication, and this is asking you personal questions. If she's asking you personal things about your life that is not related to work or the project, it's a good sign because she wants to get to know you out of that professional setting. So if you can couple this tip up with several more from the video, then you are definitely in the right space, at the right time, to make that next move. She tries to spend as much alone time with you as physically possible. This will apply if you both have a very similar friend group or if you are working on a work project together in a group. She will try to steer everything to another location, a location that is a little bit more relaxed, quiet, less people, literally just you two, and potentially romantic. And it also applies in work situations that she always wants you to come with her to do the tea rounds, to pick up the documents from the printing room. And a great example is if you guys do work together, you may all of a sudden wonder why she's struggling with something that seemed to be okay a month ago. She could be constantly ringing you, talking about her inbox being broken when you think, but I fixed it 2 weeks ago. Well, buddy, it's because she wants to spend time with you. If you've made it this far, my love, comment below with the word 100% or something else to let me know, to confirm that you've received the knowledge from the video so far. For more interesting topics, subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video and share it later. Let's continue. Girls do this when waiting for you to make a move. Does she want you? Find out now. It should come as no surprise at all that women do not want to make the first move, mostly because they are afraid of rejection and putting themselves out there. Come on, guys, it's a very scary thing to do, especially in today's society of high expectations and stereotypes to fit into. Unfortunately for you guys, it means that for the vast majority of women, they are waiting for you to make the first move so that they don't have to. And there might be some of you out there who also don't want to be making that first move, to which I hope you all know that you will be stuck in this dating limbo until you decide to walk away, and no one wants that, right? So, how are you supposed to know that a woman is waiting for you to make that first move? Because nobody wants to make a move and then get rejected. Talk about embarrassing. Well, don't panic, guys, because we have done all of the research and found some key factors that can help you determine where you are on the dating spectrum and whether or not your lady friend is actually waiting for you to make the first move. There are a number of signs to look out for, and hopefully, the more that you know, the easier it is for you to spot them early on so that you can blossom into a fruitful relationship. And without further ado, you know I want to say, like and subscribe. As the famous saying goes, the eyes are the window to the soul. It shouldn't be too shocking to know that when someone makes eye contact with you for more than 3 seconds, they are trying to communicate with you non-verbally. For women who find you attractive and want you to make the first move, they will hold your gaze as an indication to let you know that they are interested in you. They will also hold eye contact with you during conversation to let you know that they are really listening to what you have to say and that you have their undivided attention. So, the next time you are in a group conversation and you are chatting about something, and then you notice in the corner of your eye there is a lovely lady making direct eye contact with you, well, why not make the first move and see what happens? Flirting, of course. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you are hanging out with your friend, a lady friend, and during the conversation, you start to notice that the jokes and the banter start to become a little bit flirtier than usual? That's because she has developed feelings for you throughout your friendship and wants you to know, without her having to actually come out and say, "Boy, I like you." The more flirty references or compliments that you notice when she starts to give them to you, the more she has feelings for you, and while she's dropping all these hints hoping that you will catch on and flirt back. Maybe you could ask her out on a date. It's a safe situation for you to do so. Touching. When a girl decides that she likes you and she feels like the two of you have surpassed the stage of friendship where you can loosen up a little bit and not worry too much about crossing boundaries, she will slowly start to branch out with how she touches you. She'll start to sit a little bit closer to you so that your legs can touch. Now, I get it sounds very simple, but for women, it's so important that even the littlest details are acknowledged. When she laughs at something you say, her hand will automatically reach to your arm so that she can feel your muscles and have that skin-on-skin contact. With every touch she does, she will gauge your reaction to see if she is overstepping any boundaries she may not know about. But it's important to understand that every touch she gives you, she's hoping that you will mirror her and do the same back. Has she reached up and picked a piece of hair that may be out of place on your blazer? She's hoping you will do that rom-com move and tuck a piece of hair behind her ear. And I could hear all the ladies saying, "ah," in unison in the background. Maybe a couple of those, "whoa." Touch is a very important aspect of a relationship for women, as the way we interact with others, how we move our bodies with theirs, speaks volumes on how comfortable we are with them, how well we work with them, and how other people will view us. So if you're feeling a little bit awkward around a person but trying really hard not to let it show, trust me, there's someone who can look at your body language and just tell you are in a situation that you don't want to be in. So maybe the next time you are hanging out with someone amazing and you start to notice the proximity between the two of you getting closer and closer, and closer, well, she's reaching out into your personal space a little bit more and maybe even brushing her hand against yours because she's waiting for you to hold her hand. The questions, the more interested in you a woman becomes, the more questions she will ask you in order to gather information about you, or just simply know how your day is going. It could start with a simple, "What's your favorite color?" type of question, and then they more frequently become, "So, how's your day going? Would you still like me if I had no arms and legs?" You know, those types of questions. Women are natural nurturers, so when she starts asking questions about you or she wants to know all she can to make sure that you are looking after yourself physically and mentally, now this is a clear indication that she does have feelings for you, and she's waiting for you to make the first move. And receiving a lot of questions, I get it, guys, it's very, very annoying, but for us, we're basically just trying to get some information about you. It's our way of checking in, making sure you're comfortable, telling you that we care about you, in a very, very strange way. So if you notice the questions are becoming more frequent, then this is a good sign that she has feelings for you, and she's probably waiting for you to ask her out on a date so that she can level up from friend to girlfriend. Jealousy. This one is for a handful of women because a lot of women that we have spoken to don't actually experience this emotion, but there is a good portion of women out there who have admitted they get jealous when they are waiting for a guy to make the first move. Sounds crazy, I know, but imagine this, you've met someone, and the more that you get to know them, the more feelings you have. You're a little too nervous to let them know, so you kind of just bide your time and wait for them to ask you out. You're waiting, and you're waiting, but they're not asking you out, and then you see them with another person or someone else showing interest in them. That green-eyed monster will raise their head. If you are around a girl, and she starts to show signs of jealousy, then take the hint that she's waiting for you to make the first move. Now, signs of jealousy can differ from women to women, but one of the most common signs is facial expressions changing towards the sour end of the spectrum. Now, I understand the frustration that must come with the idea that women expect you, and I'm sorry for this, to be a mind reader when we all know that it's actually impossible to read minds, especially women, as they are known to constantly change their minds as their emotions fluctuate. But we are hoping, with these signs now being told to you, that you can spot them yourself when you are talking with someone amazing, so you know which route to go down, almost like having subtitles in front of a person that you are talking to, a lot easier to understand, and there's no way that you can go wrong. So think of the signs from today's video as green flags, and as soon as you see them waving, well, you know exactly what that person's thinking and how to go about to the next stage. And for the ladies, if there are any other things that you do when you are waiting for a man to make the first move but he just won't read your mind and take that hint, why not drop a comment below so we can add them to the list to really help out the guys. The more information that they have up their sleeve, the easier it will be for us to move forwards and for us to all be happy and loved. Now, knowledge is, of course, power, and every little bit of help and support we can give is the best for everyone, right? If you've made it this far, my love, comment below with the word 100% or something else to let me know, to confirm that you've received the knowledge from the video so far. For more interesting topics, subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video and share it later. Let's continue. Girls will find you sexier if you do this. Number 5 will shock you. I am sure almost every man on the planet would like it if a woman found them sexy. Am I wrong? I don't think so. You might be thinking, it's all well and good to want a woman to find you sexier, but you are as sexy as you are. Basically, you have either got it or you don't. Well, this is actually kind of false. There are things that you can do to increase your level of sexy, from the unconventional to maybe things you might have heard before. So, watch this video if you want girls to find you sexier. Like and subscribe. Number 1, wear sunglasses. Sunglasses make a mysterious man. Now, girls can't see what your eyes are doing behind your sunglasses. They don't know if you're looking at them or looking at something in front of you. It makes you an unknown man of mystery, and it makes you sexy. Although, You can't really wear sunglasses all year round unless you live in a particular sunny spot. When you can pull them out, that can seriously make you sexier in a woman's eyes. Be nice. Sounds simple, but it's often forgotten, and you don't often see being nice at the top of a ways to get a girl list, right? Being nice is super underrated. Simply doing something kind for a girl, paying a girl a compliment, or listening to her when she needs some advice, these are all nice things you can do for a girl that will set you apart from other guys and make you sexier in her eyes. Most of the nice things you can do are free or cost very little money, so why not give it a try? Wear cologne. Smelling great is very important when it comes to attracting a girl. Now, we have something called a scent memory. It means we can remember what certain people or situations smell like. It's like how, when you think of your favorite meal, you remember how it smells. This is scent memory, and it's another way to get a girl. So if you are always smelling of a cologne that smells nice and has a distinctive smell, a girl will always remember you for that smell whenever she smells a similar type of scent. Also, guys wearing cologne are sexy. It really is as simple as that. Make her laugh. It's hard to find something that is sexier in a girl's eyes than being a funny person. Okay, it does not matter what you look like or even your personality to some extent. If you can make a girl laugh, then you have already won her. She will never forget that you are a funny person, and making her laugh will also make her instantly relax around you, which is a big plus. It helps establish a level of trust, which is important even in the very early stages of a relationship. Eat more garlic. Yeah, don't think you expected this one, did you? But in 2016, a study was conducted which showed that people who eat garlic have a more pleasant and attractive smell to them compared to those who don't. So, before you say no to that dish you really want, think, I should have that. It contains garlic, it's going to make me sexier. Travel with other people. You would be surprised to know how many girls you can pick up while traveling if you travel with other people. It is hard to always remember this, but originally, we were pack animals. Therefore, we always like people more when they seem to be surrounded by packs of, say, friends or family. It makes you seem more approachable and more friendly. It shows you are liked by others. And if a girl is traveling alone and looks a little lonely, well, you can simply invite her over into your group. If you do travel alone, it is still possible to pick up girls. Don't get me wrong, but it's just far easier when you're in a pack. Be friends with a baby. Okay, but not in a creepy way. Do you have a baby niece or a nephew? Maybe your friend has a baby. Girls love seeing men around babies. It shows off your softer side, and they find it super sexy. She won't necessarily be thinking about making babies with you while she is watching you, so don't worry about that. She's just thinking about how sexy, friendly, and kind you are as a person. Walk your dog. Just like babies, women find it sexy when a man walks a dog. Now, if you have a dog, I am sure you already get women coming up to you and asking if they can stroke your dog. This is a great time to strike up a conversation with them and ask for their number, maybe even go on a date together. Why not use your furry friend to your advantage, eh? Stop shaving for a little bit. Facial hair can completely change how you look. You can go from babyface to sexy lumberjack in a couple of days. If you are not having a huge amount of luck with the ladies, then ditch the razor just for a little bit and see if your look increases. Plenty of women only date men who have facial hair, so it could open up some more opportunities for you. Master your game. Focus on the way that you walk. Try not to slouch. Remember, slouching is not sexy. Hold yourself with more composure. Stand up straight with your shoulders out and your head up. Try walking and standing like this. The more composed you can look, the sexier a girl will think you are. Craft your dating app bio wisely. When you can't meet a girl in person and only behind the walls of a dating app, then things do get a little harder. You need to make sure that you craft your dating app bio wisely. So, think about those pictures that you upload. For example, a picture of you and your sister might put other people off, but one of you and your dog. Well, that will bring the ladies in. So, think about what you say on your dating app as well. Choose the words wisely and make sure they do reflect you as a person. Stay clear of selfies in general. Please try to avoid selfies if possible. Sure, if you're on social media and maybe one on your dating app is fine, but if you stop posting them everywhere, you will look a little bit vain. Instead, take pictures with your friends or get them to take pictures of you. Smile, but slowly. Girls find it super sexy when a guy smiles at them. So if you are in the corner of a dark room with a girl flirting and she's flirting back, you can actually give that slow smile, and this will bring you more favors. Slowly break into a smile or just do a half smile. This drives girls crazy, and they think it's very sexy. Stay fit. Obviously, girls find guys' bodies sexy. What we have talked about today has been more about personality, but one thing you can do on the outside to attract girls is you can stay fit. Going to the gym or playing a sport is something almost every girl in the world finds sexy. It shows you are committed to working hard and that you do care about what you look like. They also like how you look when you don't have a shirt on. For them, it's a huge bonus. Flaunt your battle scars. Do you have a scar from when you fell over or from when you did something heroic? Well, girls find this sexy. Why? Because you telling them about it makes you vulnerable, and there is nothing sexier than a guy who can talk about his emotions. Carry your guitar. Girls love musicians, but especially guys who play the guitar. Most girls dream of being serenaded by a guy. So, if you play an instrument, then tell her that you do. Don't just hide it, play her a song. Take it on a date, or maybe record yourself and send this to her. They find it super sexy and hard to resist a musician, so you might have a few girls after you. Ditch the corny pickup lines. Pickup lines never really work, and normally they are just something to hide behind instead of being truly vulnerable. So try instead to just be yourself. Pay her genuine compliments. A girl would far rather like this and find it much sexier than a cheesy, planned pickup line. Buy her flowers. Every girl loves receiving flowers from a guy. It shows them that you really care about them and that you are thoughtful. You simply cannot go wrong by surprising her with flowers on a date, sending some to her workplace, or just turning up to hers with flowers. It will make her so happy, and she won't be able to stop blushing. There is nothing sexier than a guy who is just doing something nice.